Companies are investing millions of dollars into lifespan and longevity, so clearly it's going to be around. Why is longevity such a risk when it comes to retirement planning? Find out in this video. Hi everyone, Logan Sadler. Thanks for joining us again with another one of these Financial Beat YouTube videos. As always, looking to provide some valuable education to you guys in the retirement planning space. So today I want to talk about one of the most important risks out there, which is called longevity risk. A lot of us out there know that, hey, listen, back in the day, life expectancy wasn't nearly as long as it is today, right? At one point it was 60 years old and 65 years old. Now, depending on which studies you read, you can see life expectancy anywhere between 85 to 88 years old, depending on male or female or where you're checking that out at. But essentially, we know that longevity is a real thing. People are living longer, and it looks like that might continue to happen. So when it comes down to retirement planning, why is that such a risk that some advisors should be spending a lot of time with their clients on? And we're going to talk about that in today's video because, again, it's probably one of the biggest risks that I see a lot of people not plan for in their retirement. Again, they look at all the fun things, right? Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, what investments are out there, how much income can they produce out of their investments. All of that stuff is great. All of that stuff is important, but also how long will these investments produce this income for, especially in my later years if I continue to age, how will that impact my overall retirement plan? That is what we're going to cover today. I wanted to show you guys a really quick drawing here, which we're going to pop up here on this illustration, and I want to walk through it with you. So let's go ahead and check it out. So this is a great example of someone that if we lived to be age 90 years old, let's say we're 70 years old right now, and we live to be age 90 with a median market trial on this client who we're going to run through, she would have about $410,000 left over. This client has right around $1 million, give or take right now. This shows that her income is adjusted for inflation to go up each year, but it shows you that with a median trial, she would still leave behind a pretty good legacy, right? $410,000, and she took income from basically age 70 to 90, good long-term income play there, median market return, so we're not going best case. This shows you like what I like to run through with our clients of, hey, perfect, this shows we're on track. But what I notice a lot of people don't really like to look at the numbers of what happens if we lived longer and our investments didn't perform as good as we thought they would? What would be the impact of that? Now, if you look at this next one, this shows you that the same client with the same amount of money, if she lived now 6 years longer till age 96 and the market performed badly or her investments performed badly, she would have a shortfall of $30,000 plus in this scenario. So I would say with our clients, that's one of the biggest things that we're covering is, hey, if we lived X amount of years longer, what would the portfolio look like? If we had good returns, bad returns, and everything in between, how much are we realistically looking at to have down the road so that way we don't have to stop taking income? The problem with living longer is a lot of things happen, right? Inflation continues to eat away at hopefully not as fast as it is right now, but it continues to eat away at your nest egg, as well as you have taxes that are always at play, unexpected emergencies. All these things will still come up, as well as you're living longer, so the odds of those things happening continue to increase each year as time goes on. So you really got to make sure you're putting together a financial plan that is built to last, to be realistic, a potential of 25 to 35 years plus, depending on your life expectancy. And I know it's funny, I'll meet with a lot of clients who will say, oh, my parents passed away young or whatnot, so I only got to plan till age 75 or whatever the age is, right? Well, there's always someone that breaks the mold. You don't want to hope you die because you're going to run out of money, right? So the nice part is I have a lot of clients we're dealing with right now that are actually upwards of ages of 90, 92, 94, 95, 98 in some cases. So it's so important to make sure we're planning for that worst case scenario or that best case scenario, meaning we live longer. You don't want it to really cripple your retirement, your nest egg, and your legacy plan. So it's very, very important. One of the best ways we help clients solve for that, or one of the things we like to talk about with clients, is there is a few ways to what we call hedge that loss down the road or hedge that risk, right? One of the biggest ways to do that is through pensions. Pensions are a great way to have a guaranteed amount of money that will last forever, right? The biggest thing is that a lot of them aren't adjusted for inflation or things of that sort as much as we would like, but that's in our other videos you can go check out. But a pension is a great way to have a guaranteed amount of money that would last as long as you need it to last. The other way to do that with a lot of us that don't have pensions, because only 3% of the current workforce is eligible for a pension. So one of the best ways to help protect against that, yes, you have stocks, you have mutual funds, you have bonds, you have real estate investments. A lot of those are great and produce income in a lot of cases. But one of the best ways to do it might be a fixed index annuity. What annuities can provide is long-term guaranteed income. That is one of the best things they provide, is they provide guaranteed income for your lifetime, for both you and your spouse, depending on the annuity. There's a lot of ways to plug those in where they will pay you out every month like a pension. Some of them are even adjusted for inflation. So if you have good performance in those, they will continue to increase. So we call that increasing cash flow into retirement. So a lot of our clients where we know we're cutting down to the bullet on if the market performs good or these investments perform good or bad, we can look at a fixed index annuity to provide a guaranteed rate of return for the income side, as well as the rate of return on it can also be principal protected. So if we have those bad market years, it's not going to eat away at that chunk nearly as much as a market-based investment. So it's a really great way to offset some of that risk, as well as one of the things that we talk about all the time, and it's in a lot of our other videos here on our channel, is to make sure we're staying diversified, making sure we're looking at other assets. I like fixed index annuities. I think they're a great fit for a lot of clients, but they are not for all of your money to go into, right? It should just be a piece of your plan. And again, you plug that in with your market money, your real estate investments, and your bonds, mutual funds, all that, and the guaranteed annuity. That'll be a great way to provide cash flow that'll increase and can potentially increase and be around forever. So again, you want to make sure when you're planning for retirement, if you're 60 years old or 70 years old and watching this video, you want to make sure that longevity is planned for in your retirement, because again, the odds are showing that every year life expectancy continues to seem like it's going up, up, up. So we want to make sure in our financial plan, we're doing something to hedge that risk and making sure we have investments in play that again will be around if it's another 10 or 15 or 20 years. So again, I hope you guys found this video educational. If you haven't yet, go ahead and click subscribe, and go ahead and check out some of our other videos. Again, great content across a variety of different platforms in retirement and educational retirement planning. So hope you guys enjoy, and again, we'll see you back here on the Financial Beat next week.